Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chesterton's Jest, where we keep a critical eye on faith and culture, especially within the Catholic Church today. In an age where even church teachings seem to be shifting, we're here to explore and question the ideas and changes that challenge timeless truths. Through thought-provoking, often humorous perspectives, we aim to bring clarity to conversations others might avoid, holding fast to orthodoxy with the courage to question what feels off track. If you would like to join us as we dig deeper into the faith with reverence, wit, and a touch of Chestertonian insight, you can support this channel by gently pressing the like, share, and subscribe buttons in that order, and we thank you for your support. And now, without further ado, the nice heresy. Why being pastoral is killing the church. Chapter 1. When pastoral became pasture. Once upon a time, the word pastoral conjured green fields, a shepherd with calloused hands, and a crook used more for whacking wolves than arranging flowers. Now it means soft lighting, soft-spoken clergy, and softer doctrine. The Good Shepherd once laid down his life for the sheep. Today's shepherds lay down doctrine so the sheep won't feel offended by the fence. There is no heresy more beloved in modernity than the heresy of being nice. It disguises itself as charity, wraps itself in sensitivity, and dabs holy water behind its ears before going out to apologize for Christ. We live in an age where a priest is more likely to quote Brené Brown than St. John Chrysostom, and inclusion has replaced salvation as the end of evangelization. In an effort to make everyone feel welcome, we have emptied the pews and made the cross into a decoration. Chapter 2. Sentimentalism with a stole. To say something is pastoral today is simply to say that it should be said in such a way that no one can object to it. This would be a noble goal if Christ had died of old age on a Mediterranean cruise. But he was nailed to wood for saying things no one wanted to hear. When Jesus told the woman caught in adultery to go and sin no more, he didn't include a footnote about listening to her lived experience. But modern clerics, like bad actors who forgot their lines but remember their gestures, have learned how to look concerned while saying nothing. We have bishops who can give press conferences about sin without using the word sin. One wonders how long the devil must laugh before someone realizes that calling evil accompaniment is not mercy, but malpractice. Chapter 3. The last temptation of the church. Satan's final temptation was not be evil, it was be relevant. It is the modern version of turning stones into bread, turning doctrine into talking points, and turning saints into social workers. The devil whispers not rebel, but don't rock the boat. And so we end up with churches that resemble therapists' offices with stained glass, offering the comfort of psychology with none of the challenge of the gospel. The church today has traded its prophetic voice for a public relations team. Instead of martyrs, we have media consultants. The saints were holy terrors, uncompromising in their love. But we prefer gentle approval over divine fire, the compliment over the cross. The result is a church that speaks in disclaimers, fears dogma, and canonizes confusion. Chapter 4. The Pastoral Knife in the Back. Let us be clear, it is not pastoral to mislead people. It is not mercy to lie with a smile. Pastoral care that leaves souls in mortal sin is the spiritual equivalent of a nurse fluffing pillows while the patient quietly dies. Being welcoming, without being truthful, is not evangelization. It's spiritual euthanasia. Even Satan is pastoral. He accompanies, he listens, he offers empathy, options, and a tailor-made excuse for every sin. He also devours. Chapter 5. Chestertons Laugh from the Grave. G.K. Chesterton once said, "The church is a house with 100 gates, and no two men enter at exactly the same angle. But all who enter must pass through the same narrow way. It is that narrowness that the nice heresy seeks to widen into a spiritual 6-lane highway, well paved, well lit, and headed straight to perdition. Pastoral care used to mean correcting the sinner, comforting the penitent, and confronting the wolves. Now it means never calling anyone a sinner, never mentioning penance, and offering gluten-free hosts at liturgies, where God is never invoked, except as a vague affirmation. It is all very loving, until you realize that love without truth is a padded cell. Chapter 6. The Cure for Niceness. The antidote to this heresy is not cruelty but clarity, not condemnation but courage. The Church must recover the roar of the Lion of Judah, not the whimper of the professional pastor. She must again believe that the sheep deserve to be led to heaven, not herded toward polite damnation. Being pastoral in the truest sense means telling the truth with charity, not just what people want to hear, but what they need to know for the sake of their souls. It means sacrificing popularity for prophecy, comfort for conversion, and being willing to be crucified rather than applauded. Because if we don't recover the courage to be unpopular, the next generation will inherit a church that is perfectly inoffensive and perfectly empty. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and share our passion for defending the true faith with a touch of humor, be sure to head over to chestertonsjest.com and check out our collection of gourmet, flavored coffees that smell like sanity, hand-poured candles with scents like sacred space, and graphic tees and hoodies bold enough to make a modernist flinch. Every purchase directly supports the research, production, and fearless commentary you see here at Chesterton's Jest. So if you believe in what we're doing, don't just watch. Stand with us, light a candle, sip the roast, wear the fight, and of course, smash that like button. Share this video with your fellow troublemakers and subscribe so you never miss an episode. As Chesterton once said, a madman is not someone who has lost his reason. A madman is someone who has lost everything except his reason. So, let's keep our reason and our faith intact together. Thanks for listening. God bless you, and may the good Lord be praised.